We're at DJ Expo 2016 looking at some of the cool things, and that brought us over to Chris Roman from Numark. Chris, you've got a new controller here DJs need to find out about. Tell me about the Mixtrack Platinum.
Yeah, this is a Mixtrack Platinum from Numark. It's shipping now. It's $299, and it's really cool. And as you can see right away from the center, there's something different and unique about this particular controller, and that is we have a display right in the middle of the wheel. It's bright, it's vibrant. You can see on the outside of the display, I have my needle position. And then on the inside of the display, I actually have track position. So I have how far I've gone through the track on the middle portion. If I take and I move through the track, you can see I'm going to jump back a little bit in the track using the touch strip up here. So I can search through the track with a touch strip. I can see on the display how far I've actually gone through the track as well. Now I can change that from count up or count down. I just go over to the computer, I click on time remain to time elapsed, and now it just changed it to elapsed time as opposed to remain time. In addition to that, I'm showing the BPM here on the display. I'm also showing the time on the display as well. Now this has all the great features that you also find on our Mixtrack series of products like the Mixtrack Pro 3. For instance, we have a 100mm pitch slider here. We have 8 pads down here that can be used for looping, for cues, for sampling, all sorts of features inside Serato DJ Intro, which it comes with, and it works great with Serato DJ as well because of the configuration it allows for you to use the Pro features as well. Full transport controls. Up here you're going to see a full effects complement of effects. Your parameter controls are in a touch strip for the effects, but your beats are separate in a knob here, so you actually have more controls than you usually do on an intro controller in the scenario. We have filters, so we have filtering going on here as well. We've added gain control now to the Mixtrack Platinum. That wasn't there on the Pro 3, but it is here on the Platinum. Full set of EQs, perfect cueing, meter section in the middle, crossfader, and of course your track browse, your touchless track browse, where you just use this instead of using a mouse, find a track and load it to deck. Now the other thing I didn't mention is the fact that this is now a 4-deck solution. So on this unit, I can jump over here, say to track number 4, deck number 3, sorry, and I can grab a song on my computer and I can load it up onto the deck. So I've loaded a song up here, press play, bring up my level, and there you go. I got a song playing right here in 3. Now if I want to bring up my song level on channel 1, which you weren't hearing a second ago, I'll leave that up. I'm going to go over to 1, and I'm going to do basically what's called a soft takeover, and I'll bring this level up. Obviously not a perfect mix because I wasn't trying to mix or anything like that, but you can see I have volume control over both the separate decks as well. So it's a 4-deck solution essentially. It's got a nice display in the middle. It's got all your information, essential information, like we used to look at on when we're in CD players, or even putting a needle on the record. I mean, a needle on a record, you knew more about what was going on in the track than you do with most controllers these days, because they don't tell you the time, they don't tell you what's going on with that track itself. This gives you all that critical information back again at $299. So it's a great value for what if you're looking for a controller that has these kinds of features in it. You're looking for something that's a very good value. The Mixtrack Platinum is absolutely the way to go.
And I also see that it has a mic input, so I can really use this and hook into a system, and I'm good to go.
You absolutely are. This is a great system, especially for backup. I mean, I prefer to use an NS7 III, obviously. I like using something bigger and more dynamic and with more, more power to it, of course, when I go out and gig. But having a backup is always very, very important because you just never know when you might need to have a backup in any kind of situation. So Mixtrack Platinum is a perfect controller for doing backup. And that, especially with things like the mic input and whatnot, you could go out, you could do a gig fully with this too.
Yeah, exactly. And having backup is so critical for what we do, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Chris, if they want to find out more information about the Mixtrack Platinum, where can they go?
They can head on over to www.numark.com, where we have all the information on Mixtrack Platinum and all the other great products that we're now showing off here at DJ Expo 2016.
That sounds great. We are at that DJ Expo 2016.